Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so we're gonna do something fun and yummy today. We're gonna make some ube, which is purple yam. We're making cupcakes with it, and usually us Filipinos, we love to cook with ube. So we use it in cakes, cupcakes, and other desserts. So I hope all of you check this video out and maybe try it out. You can get ube either in the Asian stores or you can get it fresh or frozen. It does, in the frozen section, they have it in the Asian stores, and then they also have it fresh, which you just boil like a sweet potato till it's tender. You peel it and you mash it. This is half a cup of purple yam, and I tasted a little bit of it and it's really sweet. So it's really good. Sometimes you can get lucky and get a good one. Okay, so I have a large mixing bowl and a medium mixing bowl for the frosting. I also have 2 cups of cake flour. You can use regular all-purpose, but the cake flour, it just makes it lighter and fluffier. This is 1 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and sometimes I put 1 1/2 cup if the purple yam is not too sweet. Otherwise, I'll do 1 1/4 cup. Now this is 1 cup of buttermilk. You can make homemade buttermilk at home. If you don't have buttermilk, you can just use milk and 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Let it sit for a while and then it'll be homemade buttermilk. This is a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 large eggs, vanilla extract, and then also some ube flavor. And you can get this at the Asian stores. We will be using like a teaspoon, 1 1/2 teaspoon of that. And this I just got at Walmart. It's the Violet Food Gel Coloring by Wilton. Okay, we are also going to use 2 sticks of butter, which is equal to 1 cup. And this teaspoon is for the ube food flavoring. And then I just have a non-stick muffin tin here that I lined with some paper liners. Okay, and for the frosting, you can either do any buttercream frosting that you like. For today, I am gonna use plain cream cheese frosting, a really simple recipe. So this is 1 cup of confectioner's sugar, which is also called powdered sugar, 1 cup, and I've already sifted that. 1 stick of butter, an 8-ounce room temperature cream cheese, and then we just have some little purple sparkles and other decorative things here that my daughter, she has it, because you guys know Marcel, you've seen her on my channel, she likes to bake, so she has all kinds of decorations that I took from her cabinet. So we're gonna use those for toppings, but this is a basic cream cheese frosting recipe. 1 cup confectioner's sugar, 8-ounce cream cheese, and a stick of butter, and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Also, you guys, I am going to use a handheld mixer today. You can use the stand mixer, but I'm not going to use that today. I'm just going to use the handheld. Also, if you want to try gluten-free, if you know somebody that's gluten, you know, they're not, or gluten intolerant, you want to go ahead and get this one here, the gluten-free, and use this instead of the cake flour. The cake flour I'm using today is the Soft as Silk by Pillsbury. So this one I'm going to try too, just to see what that tastes like. I haven't tried it yet, but in my future tutorials I might give that a try. Okay, so for the dry ingredients, go ahead and with the cake flour bowl, go ahead and just add the baking soda, baking powder, and the salt. Okay, and then just combine those. And then for the 1 1/2 teaspoon of the ube flavoring, go ahead and add that to the buttermilk. So that's 1 teaspoon. And I'm just gonna eyeball the other half. And then I just take this and I mix it. And it's gonna give it a nice, pretty purple color. Okay. So we're not gonna add vanilla extract to this cake or cupcake recipe because it's all about the ube flavoring. But we are going to add the vanilla extract to the cream cheese frosting. Okay, I had to go on the other side of my kitchen counter because there was no plug on that side over there. So I'm on the other side of the counter. You guys know I just moved here, so I am getting used to all the switches and where the plugs are. Okay, so for right now we're gonna go ahead. I am gonna cream the 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks of butter total. And it's nice and soft and workable. It's at room temperature. Beat that for about, like 30 seconds to 1 minute, just to kind of soften the butter, get it all mixed up and fluffy. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the 1 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. And we're just going to go ahead and beat this maybe for like 3 minutes. And also when you're beating the sugar and the butter together, and later we're going to add the ube in here, you want to go ahead and scrape the sides occasionally, just to make sure that you're not leaving any of the ingredients out and that everything is well mixed together. Minutes on I started low and then I did a medium speed, but it should change to a light pale yellow color, then it's ready. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add the fresh ube in here, and just until it's mixed, probably like 2-3 minutes also, and make sure you scrape down the sides occasionally and start low. Now that that's light and fluffy, I beat that for about 2 minutes. I'm going to add the eggs one at a time. Okay. And make sure you guys scrape off the sides and then just beat it again for another minute. Now, just as like in any baking recipe, if you have a liquid and the dry mixture, and then you have the creams, the sugar, the eggs, the flavorings, so you're going to alternate. You always want to start out with the dry ingredients, which is the flour, salt, baking soda, baking powder, and then the wet, which is the buttermilk, and then the ube flavoring. Okay, so we're going to start out with flour. We're going to do 1/3. Mix that for like 30 seconds, and then we're going to add the liquid. if we started with flour, that means we're gonna do that 3 times. And if we're gonna end in flour, that means you have to do this less, which is 2 times. So add 1/2 cup. So now I'm adding the last third. So you should end up with a nice batter that looks like this after you scrape down the sides. Not runny or anything. Kind of like a mousse consistency. So we are going to use this cute little cupcake batter filler here. Okay, so like 1 scoop. Or if you have an ice cream scooper, that's fine too. So it should fill it up about 3/4 full. All right, so they're 3/4 full, and we're just gonna put it in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Make sure you check it so it doesn't burn, and then just put a little toothpick in the center just to see if they're done on one of them. So while the cupcakes are in the oven, I went ahead and washed the beaters. Okay, and so we have our medium-sized bowl here, the 1 cup powdered sugar, 1 stick of butter, 8 ounces softened room temperature cream cheese, the vanilla extract, and the violet food color with a cute little spoon there to scoop it out. And we're just gonna start with the cream cheese. And I'm just gonna use this spatula to scrape it off the casing here. And get every little bit that's on here. Try not to waste anything. Okay, so we're gonna start first by, see how soft that is, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one first, and then I'll do the butter. And you're going to want to mix this for like a couple minutes. So now we're going to add the confectioner's sugar that I've already sifted. And that's 1 cup. And I'm just gonna eyeball it, but go ahead and put the pure vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon. It's new, so let me get this top thing off. I had to buy a new one because my daughter used up all my other vanilla extract. Okay, so just eyeball it if you don't have your teaspoon handy. I'm pretty good at eyeballing measurements, so don't mind me. And this one has the seal too. Let me go ahead and get this off. Okay, so go ahead and I would do like just that much first, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. So add a little more if you want it a little more purple, which I did, just a little bit more. So after 15 minutes, I went ahead and poked one of them and it looks like it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and put the second batter in because this amount of batter makes 24. So this is the first 12. I'm going to cool these down and I'm going to go ahead and put the second batter in, and then I'll show you how I frosted and everything. So here they are, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just realized something when I was frosting these cupcakes. The cupcakes kind of turned out like a greenish purple because I forgot to put some gel food coloring in the batter. For some reason, I thought I put the flavoring and the gel food coloring and I didn't. So make sure when you're making this recipe to add like 1/2 teaspoon of the gel food coloring, more or less depending on what color you want, but you want like a medium purple color. But yeah, so silly me, I forgot to put the gel food coloring in the batter. But anyways, and also I do not have any more piping bags. I guess my daughter had used it up and I don't have Ziploc bags either. So I had to improvise. I just went ahead and just did a light frosting on the top and put a little bit of sprinkles, and this is how they turned out. And I did try one of them because there was 3 extras from the batter. So it made like 27 pieces. But here I'm showing you the 2 dozen and what they look like. And they tasted really good. It was really moist. The trick is make sure you don't over bake these. Make sure you keep a close eye on it. I baked it for roughly about 17 minutes. And it turned out really perfect at that time, to 350 degrees. That time and temperature is really good in my oven at least, so depending on your oven. But yeah, so I hope you guys try this recipe out. If you like this video, press that like button and press the subscribe button also if you want to see more cooking, makeup, hair, baking tutorials, and we'll see you with more. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.